I am going to be showing you tonight 3 steps for being able to blend a side swept fringe into a shag haircut. This is one of the more difficult things I feel like there are to do because a shag haircut is all blended, right? Everything's all blended. And then all of a sudden you throw this side swept fringe into it and it's kind of like, how do I actually connect it? So I just recently, just got done doing my live for my Sharp Scissor Society, which is my membership program. And you can find it at seriousbeauty.com. But anyway, I went live and showed how to do a beautiful face frame. We've been working our way through different types of face framing. And then I thought, why not let you guys know how I blended this in. I'm going to take it a little bit shorter, but the challenge with creating a blend inside of oh, thank you. Hi, I love you guys too. Part of the fun of blending is that you have to kind of figure it out. You got to kind of decide what you want to do. But if you work with the structure of the skull shape and the natural fall of the hair, you find it's a lot easier. So I always like to think of the head kind of like a beach ball. So you've got the tip of the beach ball, which is the high point of the head. So when we turn her sideways, where's that little button? There we go. I got a new mannequin stand. It's driving me crazy, but I love it. Hi, Rowena. How are you? I miss you too. So we're going to take and pretend this beach ball is right on the top of her head. I'll take my comb, and I want to make sure I've got that balance point. So you can find it there. So this should be where the comb balances horizontally on top of the head, would be right on the top of this beach ball. So I'm going to go from there and I'll go out to what we call corner front, which is the maximum amount of hair you would ever want to put in this fringe. So I'm laying a flat surface on the side, flat on the front, and that corner is where corner front is. So going from the high point of the head, hi Heather, going from the high point of the head out to corner front, which is always going to be right around the eye, eyebrow area, the corner of that eyebrow. So clipping this out of the way. And like I said, I'm going to take this a little bit shorter than where she is now, but it will still blend. So taking a look at that, making sure my sections are even. If you guys have any questions, let me know. They don't always pop up very well, but I love to see all you guys on there. Thank you. Well, if you love my education, I am going to be having a couple of different classes coming up. I will be at the ABS, the America's Beauty Show, in April 15th through the 17th. I'm teaching a 2-hour hands-on class. It's $300, includes your mannequin and a swag bag for retail value of about $100, $112. So come and see me there. We also will have a booth selling my angel blades. There'll be a show deal. So that's a little selfless promotion, shameless promotion. Okay, you want to see how I do a stack bob one of these days? I would love to. I love graduated bobs. Okay, so I've got my section, and we'll pretend that that is the orange and yellow sections of the beach ball. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually choose her side part. She's going to be parting on the right-hand side, so in the red here. And I don't want to go all the way over to the side, where it's going to have to force all of this hair over to the left-hand side. That'll never blend. It's going to, it's just going to be so hard. Okay, says, I'm a student about to graduate. Love your videos so much. You help me to learn so many tidbits to add my pockets. Yes, these are back pocket techniques. Thank you. Okay, so instead of going all the way over, I'm going to split the difference on this red section. So right off the high point of the head, I'm going to maybe break it into thirds. So I'll take from that high point and section out just a little bit of hair here that is going to be part of the right-hand side of her haircut. So you can see right there, I just took a little slice and it comes off of the high point. So it's like almost like a little pivot. This is going to be part of the right-hand side. So we'll take that. I'm going to work with the left-hand side first. Now, because I just got done cutting this, I know that it actually blends into the rest of the haircut. So I know that this needs to stay the same length if I don't want to if I don't want to actually take it any shorter. I just want to take the fringe area shorter. So I'm going to take a diagonal section. And the reason we use diagonal sections when we're trying to blend the hair is because your parting will always send the hair a certain direction. So if my parting is horizontal, let's say, combing off of that naturally, it will send the hair down. If my parting were straight vertical and I combed, it would send the hair this way. The way you can always do that is lay the spine of the comb on your parting and then tip the teeth the way you want it to go, and that's where the hair would go. So I know that I don't want to, I want to keep this heavy. I don't want it to be too layered. The closer your parting gets to horizontal, the heavier your shape will always be. So coming in here, I'm going to give myself a little section. I need another clip. Where are they? I'll steal this one. Okay. So now I'm going to over direct this. I'm combing directly off of that parting, straight out. And I'm going to keep my corner down here because I know I need to blend to that. So I'm going to I won't be cutting parallel to my part, which is what I did earlier. I'm going to actually cut and leave that point. So I'm cutting shorter. Okay, so this is going to take it quite a bit shorter. I have no idea what's going to happen. Here we go. Take another one. I'm keeping my partings the same, so they're parallel to each other. So I'm just working across. Here we are. I can see my parting underneath. I'm just increasing my angle, my short to long angle. Okay, so after the ABS show, you wonder, where am I going to be? Well, I think I'm traveling almost every weekend until October when I go to Italy for a month. But I'm going to be doing a show in Atlanta, or class in Atlanta. I'll be at Candy Shaw's facility there, right downtown Atlanta. And that's going to be a 2-day hands-on class. I'll be doing a look and learn in the morning and then 2 full days of education. Then after that, and Rowena, you're going to love this one, I'm going to be in Ohio. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to be in Ohio. And I'm not quite sure which, Columbus. I think it's in Columbus. And I'm doing a 1-day hands-on there. Okay, so there we go. Sharp Scissor Society members get 15% off all my education too. So, okay, so I've just cut that all, over directed it to one side. Now for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Sir Isaac Newton, my best friend. So if we pull the hair over to the right, when we comb it out, it's going to swing to the left. It's just naturally what's going to happen. Okay? So we have this beautiful blend now that flows and should technically blend in with the rest of the cut. We might have to do just a touch, but we'll see. Okay, there we have that. I'm going to just double check and make sure there's nothing hanging over. So over directing this. Okay, and I do have a little bit because of the layer, so I'm going to take that off. Okay, and someone asked if I could show another shag haircut. I have tons of information on my different reels. So I've done tons of shags. I do all sorts of things. So, okay, so we now have that blend. Now our challenge is this piece right here. What do we want to do? We want it to, I know I don't want it to really work in with this side. I want it to sit over here, but do I want to take it as short as this? How do I blend it? That's always a good question. So coming in, I want it to flow just slightly, so I'm going to over direct a little bit to the left. Then I'm going to pick up my piece here. I want to blend it, and I'm just going to increase this angle. So right now it's here for that when the fringe was longer. I'm going to just turn my scissor and increase my angle, but not cut into this point because I really want to keep that blend. Going to grab a corner. Yes, grabbing that corner right there. So working up. Going right in. There we go. There we have it. Okay, so now it opens up nicely over that right eye. I feel like I might have a little bit that needs to be blended. So I'm going to come right on top. Like I said, this is a little bit more of a feeling than anything. But there is technicality in it. So you can see my line is right here. I'm going to just turn my 7-inch angel blades right to there and remove that edge. So that should give us kind of that blend moving right here. I don't know if you guys could see that or not, but it was a little bit heavy right on this top part. So I'm actually going to go one more section just because I feel it needs a little bit. So I'm going to come in right here and take that corner off. Okay, now she's blending better. When I did this live, I actually blow dried this out with a round brush, and then I let this side just air dry naturally. So I have two different textures on it. Now I'm going to take my texturizers. These are 40 tooth, and they are more of a blender. And so I use them a lot for scissor over comb. I use them a lot for almost cutting out more hair. They take out more hair than a chunker does, and they take out more of a blend. So I'm going to come right along this bottom edge right here. What that does is, even though the fringe is long, it gives it the ability to kind of stay out of the eyes. So coming in, right like that. Just working along that edge. And so what you can see is, you can see that how it holds up. Okay, coming over here, right along that edge. And even though she's quite a bit shorter than it was before, we've got more of a blend. So look at that, I love that.